We throw it at each other, and it hurts, but not enough to, spoil your day. Just, hee hee hee, So, especially as boys, we throw it. But one day I was playing with my cousin, and unbeknownst to him, the one that he picked up had like a stone inside it. And that thing hit me in the head. And until today, I've theorized that I know what it's like to be shot in the head with a gun. Because it was just like this hard bonk, And then I was like, a few seconds later, get up like, now you won't get up like that with a gunshot, but I mean, that's what it'd be like. The asteroid is just bonk, it's over. And you often think, okay, well, that's a good response to a sinful humanity, the way we treat each other and hurt each other and all that kind of thing. But God was able to say, even though that's a merciful ending, you won't even know. You just bonk and it's gone. I'm not going to react to what you did to me. I'm going to react to what you did. And his answer to that was twofold. Number one, he's going to pay for it. And number two, he's going to teach us how to fix it. And so he sends Jesus, and Jesus is this pure lamb. That's what people who say, Jesus is just a man. No, he faced everything that men face. And he had everything that man have. But he was perfect, because perfection was necessary to pay for imperfection. And I hear people often saying that God, why would he set these parameters and then punish us? He says, okay, well, this is sin, and I'm going to punish you for breaking my rules, and I'm going to send my own son to die because you broke my rules. So I'm going to kill my son instead of just changing the rules. But it wasn't about that. It's about what we do to each other, not about what we do to him. We're a busy ministry. See, like messages and phones ringing. It was about what was done. And we need to learn to separate what was done to us from what was done. If someone robs you, you don't hate that person. You separate from what they took from you. If someone stabs you, you don't hate that person because they stabbed you. You phone the police. You go to the hospital, you do all those things. And that guy goes to jail not for what he did to you, but for what he did. You understand? It's not hatred to take someone out of the picture who's a danger to community. And it's not hatred to recognize that someone's behavior is wrong. If one of our staff members is shouting or being rude, or it's not that we hate that person to deal with them, to give them warnings. It's just we're dealing with what was done. But when you make it personal, when you make yourself a victim, and you say, well, this is about what was done to me. I need revenge. I need retribution. I need vindication. I need those things. Then your response will have no mercy and no grace, and you won't be able to help that person. And so Jesus comes down, and he is the answer to number one, what was done. Not what was done to God, but what was done for each other's sake. He's saying, listen, stop hating each other. I'm dying for what you're doing to each other. And then he says, this is how I want you to live and move. I'm the way, the truth, and the life. You're going to have a relationship with my dad. I'm going to teach you how to love each other. And he says, I've come to establish a kingdom. The kingdom of heaven is among you. And he says, this is how I want you guys to act. This is what I want you to do. And then he gets his disciples and the extra disciples besides the famous 12. And he builds a community, a village, a mobile village, a community. He builds this community of kind people who think a particular way, speak a particular way. And he says, listen, you got to reject your old way of thinking to follow me. And they're addressing what was done by saying, okay, stop doing it that way. The past is gone. We're not interested in how you used to do it, and we're not interested in punishing you for what you did. We've dealt with that. Now we're going to show you how to live, how to love, how to show grace and how to show mercy, who to be angry at. And he comes and introduces an entire new culture, the kingdom culture, Jesus culture.